It's a feeling you know all too well. Do they hate me? Did I do something wrong? They definitely hate me. I am the worst person in the entire universe. I should lock myself away because I am constantly ruining everything. Girl, take a deep breath. Sometimes, we all care a little too much about what other people think. Anything from clothes to leadership roles, you know people are judging what you're doing, and it seriously freaks you out. But it shouldn't. In the end, you know what's right for you. If you really love those high-heeled booties that your sister insists are tacky, wear them anyway. If you truly think the decisions you make as a manager, boss, or employee, stick by your gut, you've got this. It can be so hard to tune out the harsh opinions of others, and although constructive criticism is important in any situation, you know when you're taking other people's opinions too seriously. Some of us care more than others for reasons ranging from our personal histories to our astrological signs, and that's okay. In fact, these 4 zodiac signs are known for caring way too much about others' judgment. All you have to remember is that, sometimes, caring about what you think is far more important than caring about what other people think. Before we get into the video, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel if you're new. Now let's begin. Number 1, Gemini, May 21, June 20. You are very gentle and affectionate and love being social, but with this comes a lot of nervousness and comparison to others. You hate being alone, mostly because you need to constantly be reassured by other people that you're doing an okay job. Because you are so affectionate and affirming, you expect the same in return. When you don't, you immediately assume they're thinking something badly of you. When you're not being the quick-witted, fun-loving version of you, you can take things very seriously. When you ask for someone's opinion, you take it to heart. You choose your words carefully and expect the same from others, but don't always receive the same amount of thought that you give out. Don't take other people's thoughts more seriously than your own. You don't trust yourself easily. But try and follow your heart every once in a while, and you may end up somewhere even better than you thought. Number 2, Virgo, August 23, September 22. Although you're usually a very level-minded person, the opinions of others is something that hits your sore spot. You can be quite shy, and that's mostly because you can be very overly critical of yourself and others. You know what it's like to worry and focus on details in other people's work, so you assume everyone else is doing the exact same thing to you. You can sometimes be all work and no play, so when someone critiques your work, you take it to heart. It's more than just a one-time thing for you. You'll think about a comment someone makes for days at a time. Really, the way you care about other people is the same thing that creates your worry and shyness. Try to focus on yourself, go easy, and don't worry about what other people are doing. Judgment is a two-way street, and it'll be a much smoother ride once you add compassion into the mix. Number 3, Libra, September 23, October 22. Being around other people is a huge deal to you. You absolutely hate being alone, so in turn, you find yourself surrounded by a lot of different opinions. This usually works out fine for you, as you're usually very peaceful and fair, but every once in a while someone will say something to you that really gets under your skin. You can hold a grudge for what seems like forever, and that's mostly because you hate confrontation and avoid it at all costs. The problem is, the only person you're really hurting is yourself, and you tend to get a bad case of self-pity after a while. Allow yourself to step back and reflect on criticism, good or bad, and you may find some useful tips for differentiating between what you need to hear and what will hurt you in the long run. Number 4, Pisces, February 19 March 20. You're one of the most emotional signs, which is not a bad thing in the slightest, but it does mean you often find your feelings being affected by the opinions of other people. You sometimes get swept into playing the victim in situations, and it can make confronting you difficult for other people. You hate when people disagree with you, and that can sometimes cloud your judgment of a situation. You mostly do this because you want everyone to like you, and it's really just a sign of your insecurities. We all have them, but you usually see them as critiques from other people, and it really affects your relationships. Just remember that the people who love you are on your side. They most likely are saying things out of love, and if they aren't, they probably shouldn't be in your life.